What's up, everyone? I'm Jada.
And I'm David.
And we are here today with V-Flat World, and we are combining photography and set design to create some conceptual portraits. We're gonna use narrative, emotion, and storytelling to create photos that convey some deep emotions.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We are Jada and David. We are a married couple, and we combine photography and set design to create these surreal spaces and sets for all of our photo shoots. So every shoot we do gets a different set. David designs the sets, comes up with the concepts behind them, and then builds Hollywood flats, which is what we use to create the walls and the building blocks for all of our sets. And then we build in, with each set, we come up with a concept for our photo shoots, and we bring the model in and we play around and do so many interesting poses and explore many different emotions throughout these photo shoots.
So this set is made out of these things called Hollywood flats. They are basically plywood walls that you can put together and create different shapes. And so for this one, we used 3 Hollywood flats to create a U shape. And I wanted to kind of make it a bit of a jungle gym effect. So I created plywood beam that the subject could sit on, and we wanted to create some sensation of fear. So we raised and elevated the beam about 32 inches off the ground to kind of give kind of like a dangly feeling.
And it's so fun to pose when you build a set like this, because having that structural element to it, it gives the subject just so much to interact with and create so much pose variation within a very simple setup. I like to make up a story for all of the photo shoots, and this one is really about like emotions, which you know I love. What I want to explore today is feelings of trust and fear, and kind of how those two things like are very intertwined. Like once you have trust, like fear kind of goes away, but until you are fully trusting something, like the fear can just like be overcoming. So your legs are dangling down, so there's like a little bit of discomfort. Like you can't totally touch the ground, you're not in a totally safe space, but you are at the same time. There you go, and hold that, that's perfect. There you go, point both of your toes as much as you can. There you go, and then gaze down with your head right there. Keep your toes pointed, maybe even press up onto your toes just a little bit right there. Beautiful.
So every shoot gets a new set, and that may seem like a lot, but it really isn't, because we reuse and repurpose every piece of wood that we get. So these flats will probably be in like 20 more shoots, honestly. And they basically just turn into different Lego pieces that I can piece together and create new worlds for Jada to shoot on. So I wanted to give kind of an angelic look with the lighting today. So I decided to put a LED light panel. I used a Nan Light Pavo Slim 60C, and I used their grid to try to focus the light straight down. It also does a really cool effect to the walls, where you kind of get like a gradient effect on every wall, and then it really heavily lights the subject from above. And then I really just wanted to make these pictures very moody, so that is like the main light of the set, but I needed to control the light, so I decided to use some V-flats. On this side, I'm using this V-flat on the white side, and it's acting as a bounce to add in fill. And I'm also using the Nan Light FC 120C, and it's very, very dim, and it's just there to give a bit of a puff of a light bouncing into the V-flat onto the subject. And then on this side, we're using the black side of the V-flat to bring in negative fill, just to add a little bit of shadow and dimension to the subject right on the left side of their face.
You tell me if this is possible, okay? If we keep, I liked your feet how you had it, but if you could bring your right leg up to the wall right there and still kind of do some sort of like stretched out archy, yeah, there you go. Yep, and keep your toes as pointed as you can. Beautiful. You look very much like in pain, like it's a struggle. Turn your head towards me like, oh, this is just feeling like way too much.
So during photo shoots, we kind of split the tasks. Jada really focused on directing and connecting with the model. I usually set up the camera, I'm making sure everything's in focus, and I'm also checking the light. And we don't really like to stop during a photo shoot. We really like to get into a flow. So during the photo shoot, I try to adjust the lights as we go. And I really try not to stop Jada because it pops her out of the flow. But so you'll see me most of the time sitting by the computer, just making sure, basically checking Jada's work, and then Jada's in front of the camera, just making connection.
Yeah, and also telling me when to stop.
Oh yeah,
because we've had enough. Stop, because I can just go and go and
hours,
go.
Yeah.
That's perfect right there. And one more little slide back. That was really close, really close. Okay, good. Yeah, that's great. And I even kind of liked your feet pressing on the wall. That was like interesting. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, sit up real dramatically right there. Yep. Keep your legs stretched though, but still on the wall. That looked good. Yeah. See if you can drop both arms. Yep. Toes right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. And then just kind of hang over again. I love that. That's beautiful. You're like you're like Leo letting go of the iceberg, like about to fall in the ocean. You like can't hold on anymore. Your grasp is slipping. You're slipping away. You're slipping away. Well, that's a wrap. That was a wild photo shoot.
So cool.
Some of those poses like completely blew my mind.
Yeah, same. When we built the set, I wasn't expecting like half of those poses to come out. Yeah.
Me either, and that's what's so fun about the sets that you create is you really get to play and explore with the body, and it always surprises me, the poses that we end up doing.
So cool.
But hope you guys enjoyed watching us use light, set design, and posing to create some conceptual portraits. And remember to like and subscribe to V Flat World on YouTube for more interesting photo shoot content. Until next time.